Hi guys, I am back with another Mini Kit Monday layout. This is going to be my first layout for the Mini Kit Monday group, and I am scrapbooking this picture right here. It is of my niece, and she is outside, and I think this is I don't know the story to the picture, but I believe this is a hat that my mom crocheted, and she made a little snowman here, I'm guessing, and this is in Virginia. And I really don't know the whole story, but I think she's got a cute smile, and I like that she's in the snow. This isn't actually taken in December, and it's actually taken in March. Does that still count as winter? I have no idea. Very bad at seasons, but I love her smile, and so I'm gonna use the word winter in there because I don't know if it counts as winter. If anybody has the answer to that, maybe I should Google it and see if winter does count or March does count as a winter month. So anyway, I was just standing up. I'm gonna sit down for this. I wanted to start off by using this Mambi Sheets paper stack from Me and My Big Ideas. Do I have any particular reason as to why? I really don't. Other than my first initial thought was that I was going to use it against the black background, which this paper has a lot of. But I quickly changed my mind. So I went ahead, and as I was looking through the papers, I really love how the neutral color makes the picture pop. I like how it really makes all the white snow pops off the page. The wood in the, I don't want to call it forest, but the wood in the outside also has a very good contrast against the paper. If you see here, we can go through a couple of colored ones. The same with this one, but I thought this was gonna be a bit busy. You'll end up seeing the papers that I chose. So if I do a quick flip through of stuff, I didn't want gold, and I think it's because I want to keep it, I didn't want gold. That's just it right now. I like the green, but then it starts picking up all the green in the picture as well. There's some here, and then the tone of her face starts taking on that green tone, so I thought that was going to be a bit much. And as you can see here, I do like this one because it has snowflakes, but it has the gold foiling. I think if it didn't have that, I would like this page, and I don't know, I just didn't like that. I like this very much, but it does remind me of Christmas since it has the red and the green, the sprigs and the red berries, and so I didn't want to do that either. That was too much, even though it plays on the pop of red in her coat. I thought it was a bit much on the eyes. You can see the foiling there, even though it's really cool. I was thinking of maybe even I might rethink this and actually put it in here, but again, it reminds me, like, when it turns here on the edge, and if I cut it really thinly, it might remind me of a candy cane stripe, and I don't want that. So that's probably why I stayed away from that. The black was too much of a contrast, I think, even though I still think it could be okay or lovely. And so as you can see here, I opted out of the black. I could probably do this one, but I wanted it up here, and I'd have to cover up this Merry and Bright. I probably still could, but I think I'm more married now to the idea of the papers I chose in the end. So once I started taking apart these are all the full sheets, I think. Once I got married to that idea that I came across, I decided that I no longer wanted to do the black paper, but this paper pad was a great big help because I started taking apart all the paper pad on what sheets I have left, and I decided I was gonna put the scraps of paper first. So upon doing so, I wanted to start off with this immediately because she was in the woods, or this is I think the back porch of her house. I don't even know because this was in Virginia. I never got to visit them there, but these trees have a star on the top of them, and that kind of immediately went Christmas for me, so I didn't decide to do that either. So I pulled off all the scratch sheets of paper, and I came across, this is what I'm going to use. I decided that was going to be one, and then I came across these two pieces. So I really like, when I pulled out the pieces, they came out like this, and they were on top of another piece of paper, and I said, oh, that would make great edges. So I immediately went to this, and I immediately thought, oh, I'm going to wallpaper this sheet, and then I can still use that. And so then I went to, I'm not going to use this or the green or the red, and so I think that's what I'm going to do so that the picture itself can pop. So I have other scrap pieces of paper that I'm not going to use either, and I decided that I wanted to mat the photograph, but also I pulled out embellishments and I ended up with this array of things. I decided that I'm going to mat this photograph with some of this Heidi Swapp glitter paper, and it came in this size, and I bought this at Joann a couple years ago. It has the red foil glitter, it has this iridescent white, silver foil, gold foil, and gold glitter paper, and they came in this size sheet, 5x7. So I am going to back this photograph with an edge of this, even though it's cut, even though it's already die cut, as you can see now. I'm going to just use the little edge, and you will never know that it was already used. And I might end up cutting this bit so that I can get full use of this glitter paper, and also all I need is the tiniest bit of edge. So I don't need this black and white. I am going to want to use some of this to double mat it, or I was thinking of even using some tissue paper. So these are the elements that I pulled out. I saw some gold and silver snowflake stickers, this wood grain heart, this Heidi Swapp decorative sticker book has some white clear snowflakes that I was thinking of using. Since she made a little snowman here, I decided that I was gonna do the same thing and echo her snowman and just put little wooden arms on it, and then use these little bits of snowflake dispersed throughout the layout. So I had that in mind. I had the word sweet here in mind, and this is not a Christmas embellishment set, but I do like the words during Christmas. Those are kind of things that I like to see, descriptors that I like to convey on my Christmas pages: enjoy, hope, life, sweet, amazing, or even hey. So I thought that was a good one to include. I know that I want to use this word sweet. I liked these two, this snowflake and this Christmas tree, or regular tree because it doesn't have anything Christmas on it, and this snowflake seal. And these were 25th and Pine wax seals from Basic Gray. They're not wax, they're plastic, but they're meant to look like wax seals. So I only feel like I'm going to use this cream colored seal and the white tree and the snowflake. So I brought both of the packs that I had out to see if I needed an extra set. And even though I did pick this gold stripe paper, I'm not gonna, it's covered up mainly by the photograph, and then this side is only gonna be used to contrast the title. So that's my idea, and that's how I put together this little mini kit from the mega kit that I put together. One last thing I did pick also, and I don't know if I'm going to use them, but I picked out this set of wood veneer from Heidi Swapp, and it has these, a little bit of these quilted stars, that's what they remind me of, arrows, ornaments, geotags, and the words laughter. The ornaments say Christmas to me, so I don't want to use those. Another arrow, that's kind of generic. This deer, which is gold, so I said I wasn't going to use any gold. I didn't want to get too gold crazy, so I pulled this deer out. I did like that, and these stars do have gold, but they also have the white. So that's what I wanted to work with, and that's how I made a small kit from the various array of embellishments that I do have. And if you like what I did with this process video where I pulled out things first from the vast array of things, if you caught my first mini kit Monday video, that is what I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you on fast forward, and I'm gonna start playing around with it and see what I end up with. If you did like this beginning part of the process video, let me know, and I'll see if I can do that with the next video that I put out for mini kit Monday. So let's go ahead and put you on fast forward. Okay, so I did end up matting the photograph with the glitter paper, and I did cut out that extra piece that was going to be inside there. I didn't just want to waste that. I want to use every bit of that 5x7 glittered paper or specialty paper that I have in those packs. I ended up using this almost kind of like a grid of some sort, where it's just 3 strips of paper going down the line, but there are cuts in, like it's spaced in between. They're not overlapping at all. And I even rounded the corners of each of the pattern papers with the We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper. I think what I was going to say is that even though I kept saying, I don't want any gold, I don't want any gold, I don't want gold paper, this ended up being a very neutral colored page with gold elements included for most of the page, which is ironic because in my mind I kept saying it, but the layout itself visually kept leaning that way to me,
And so eventually I just went with it and I said I'm just going to embrace the gold. I have been picking gold. I didn't even realize I was picking gold, and here it is. It is a neutral colored gold page with white elements and gold elements and a brown kind of craft colored background. I did end up liking how this little snowman ended up looking like the one in my niece's photograph, and I did end up backing up the word sweet with a piece of washi tape. The gold on that is kind of very distressed. I think I've had that for a long time. I don't even remember where I picked it up from. And it does help differentiate it from the striped pattern paper. And so the word sweet is able to pop off of that gold washi tape.
Okay, so I'm done with my layout. I didn't use any of them from this ephemera pack, and the reason is because I didn't want it to contrast too much. So I ended up going with the gold foiling, which is right here, and then the gold in the washi tape and in the alphabet here, which says Sweet Winter Smile. I did end up using one of the snowmen, and I really like how the little twigs came out and they kind of mimic the little snowman that Lola made. And I am thinking of doing her journaling right here, you know, beginning somewhere around here in journaling strips that's typed out on my typewriter. And I did end up using several of these snowflakes. Maybe it's not very apparent, but I did use a couple of them right up on the top here and then also right on the bottom down here. And I didn't use any of the wax seals, and I did end up bringing these. I thought I had letters with this, but I really don't. I'm thinking about throwing it away and just keeping this side because it has the numbers, and I could probably still use those. I did end up using these two alphas, and then I used the word sweet from the colorways from Paper House, and I used the little two hearts that it came in there. I did use some of those washi snowflakes, and also that's about it on that, I think, but I did use those. I did end up using 3 of these wood veneer, which are right here, and then the glittered paper. And then the one thing that I didn't think I was going to do was use something from my die cut notebook, and I picked out this Love You set from these die cuts that I had put here on the back. They're from Die Cuts with a View, and it came out with a bunch of die cuts. That's what it said. It was a die cuts stack. But I did bring in some more of those gold elements here, and those are from the alphabet. I figured because they always stay as leftovers, and Janet was the one that said that's a way that we can use up our stuff, is by using other elements on our page that aren't necessarily part of the like punctuation or whatever. So I also used a couple of tools. I tried to use my hexagon punch to get the banner the same manner, and then I used my corner rounder punch. So I hope that you ended up liking this layout. If I do get a picture of the journaling, I'll go ahead and include it in the detailed pictures at the end of the video. Don't forget to check out the other ladies in the Mini Kit Monday group. We do have Becky, Dollie, Kathy, Traci, Shannon, and I. And also don't forget to check out our Mini Kit Monday Facebook challenge group. I certainly would love, I'm going to try to remember to post this, and also I do like seeing other ladies' kits and layouts and what they do with their own kits. I know that one of the things that I want to do is use up a lot of my stuff, and this one came out like very simple. It's really hard to tell the layout title, but you can see it in real life. It's just a lot harder here on video, like for whatever reason. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope to see you for another video here on my channel. Have a great day wherever you are. Bye!